The Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter. Beyonce.
Surprising facts about Beyonce. She snagged Best Country Album and Album of the Year at the 2025 Grammys. Believe it or not, Beyonce's 2025 Grammy haul included two categories hardly anyone saw coming: Best Country Album and Album of the Year. When the announcer called her name for that country accolade,
Cowboy Carter. Beyonce.
making her the first Black woman to win a major country award since the Pointer Sisters in 1975, viewers lost their minds. Fans on social media instantly erupted, praising Queen Bey for again breaking boundaries and proving she can conquer literally any music genre she dips her toe into. Meanwhile, a handful of stunned onlookers claimed it felt off that a mainstream R&B icon was dominating country. But Baystans pointed out that she's toyed with country flavors before, from her Lemonade track Daddy Lessons to her CMA performance with the Dixie Chicks. This wasn't totally out of left field. As for Album of the Year, that sealed the night as a massive triumph, overshadowing an award show that was already swirling with discussions. People who doubted if she'd ever fully pivot to twangy ballads had to swallow their words while Bey graciously thanked her fans,
I'd like to thank all of the incredible country artists.
reminding everyone she's unstoppable. That night, some said she was single-handedly bridging music's biggest gap, pop and country. She auditioned for Star Search, but didn't win. Long before music videos and global tours, an adolescent Beyoncé tried her luck on the 1990s reality TV staple Star Search. She performed as part of the group Girls' Time, which was basically an early version of Destiny's Child, minus a few future members. They gave it their all, bursting with kid energy and fierce braided hairstyles. And guess what? They lost to a rock band. If you dig up that old footage, you'll catch a glimpse of a pint-sized Queen Bey singing her heart out, but eventually bowing to a group that is now more or less forgotten. For her, that defeat was a stepping stone, not a showstopper. She's mentioned in interviews how losing pushed her to work even harder, fueling the ambition that would later shape her unstoppable career. Honestly, can you imagine the feels that day? But if Star Search had crowned them winners, who knows if we'd have gotten the Destiny's Child we grew to love, or the unstoppable solo superstar she is now. Looking back, that loss just might be the best thing that ever happened to her. Her mom used to sew Destiny's Child costumes in the garage. One of the most endearing tidbits from Beyoncé's journey is how her mother, Tina Knowles Lawson, basically served as the group's entire styling department in the early days. We're talking matching sparkly outfits, dramatic fringe, gloves, hats, you name it. Tina was in her makeshift home workshop, going to town on the sewing machine. Sure, some folks teased how homemade the group looked at first, but that was part of Destiny's Child's charm, and it saved them piles of money they didn't have to spend on flashy stylists or major designers. These days, we see Bey in custom Gucci or Balmain, but her initial foray into fashion was pure mom's garage couture. Over time, Tina's style acumen evolved to match the group's success. You can even see how, bit by bit, the group's stage looks got more polished and cohesive. That hands-on approach to building the brand from scratch is a hallmark of Beyoncé's entire career. She never forgot the do-it-yourself ethic from her family. Blue Ivy wasn't her first attempt at a kid, and that changed her life. Not everything about Beyoncé's rise is glitz and glam. In a deeply personal revelation, she once shared that she experienced a mishap before welcoming her first child, Blue Ivy, with Jay-Z. This happened in the early 2010s, and while she kept it largely private at the time, it profoundly impacted her perspective on motherhood, creativity, and vulnerability. She said that writing music became a form of therapy, pouring all that grief and hope into her songs. The moment revealed a raw side that fans rarely see, shattering the notion that her life is just perfect concerts and sold-out tours. Some fans suspect tracks on her album 4 and later works carry hidden references to that period. The ordeal also strengthened her bond with Jay, turning them into a power couple that faced things head-on. So the next time you hear her sing an emotional lyric about love, family, or resilience, remember it's coming from a place far deeper than celebrity stardom. It's from genuine growth. When things got real with Solange and Jay-Z in an elevator, yes, the infamous elevator fiasco, Who can forget the leaked security footage from a 2014 Met Gala after-party showing Beyoncé's sister Solange physically attacking Jay-Z while Bey sort of stood by in stoic silence? The video, with no audio, talk about fuel for speculation, had the internet spinning theories about what triggered Solange's rage. Cheating rumors, business disputes, something about designer Rachel Roy. People guessed everything under the sun. Beyoncé eventually addressed it cryptically in her flawless remix with Nicki Minaj, dropping lines like, "Of course sometimes stuff go down when there's $1 billion on an elevator." The trio later put out a joint statement saying they'd moved forward as a united family, calling the blow-up a private matter. Even so, fans still rehash the moment whenever drama flares up around the Carters. She has an alter ego named Sasha Fierce. Fans know that once upon a time, Beyoncé introduced the world to Sasha Fierce, her fearless stage persona. She said Sasha was the bold, sensual version of her who took over during performances, letting her do moves and belt notes she'd never attempt as plain old Bey. This alter ego was front and center for projects like I Am, Sasha Fierce. Over time, though, she claimed she no longer needed Sasha as a crutch. By the Beyoncé album in 2013, the star said she felt integrated enough to be that confident on her own. People still talk about Sasha in a nostalgic sense, especially when Bey does a particularly feisty performance like, "Oh, Sasha's back." But in reality, Bey's grown comfortable merging her real self and that fierce persona into one unstoppable force. The narrative of outgrowing your stage self is fascinating, especially for fans who use alter egos for confidence in everyday life. It's like she gave them permission to evolve too. Her net worth and the crazy richer than Hov is a nickname for Jay-Z rumors. When you're earning record-breaking concert figures, raking in endorsement deals, and dropping surprise albums that go triple platinum, your net worth skyrockets. Add the massive Renaissance World Tour revenue to that. Beyoncé's fortune soared to rumored heights of $600 million plus, placing her among the richest female entertainers ever. Yet there's always the question, is she richer than her husband Jay-Z? Some fans swear her cunning business sense puts her in the lead, but official lists fluctuate. She invests in everything from real estate to tech startups, not to mention her brand expansions like Ivy Park. The Beyoncé effect alone has brand deals salivating for partnerships. While neither Carter spouse's finances are exactly transparent, what's clear is that she's no average wealthy star. She's a genuine mogul. Indeed, rumors swirl that she might cross the billionaire threshold soon, especially after nabbing new deals. If that day comes, watch out. Music's reigning queen might also become its richest, overshadowing her rap mogul hubby in net worth. Her Coachella performance was so iconic, it became a documentary. If you think back to Coachella 2018, you'll recall a weekend that the internet promptly dubbed Beychella. Decked out in an HBCU-inspired extravaganza, Beyoncé delivered a performance so elaborate and well-choreographed that fans called it the best Coachella set of all time. She marched with a full brass band, showcased step show traditions, and transformed the entire festival stage into a vibrant campus yard. The crowd and streaming viewers lost it. That show was monumental enough to become a Netflix film, Homecoming, which gave behind-the-scenes glimpses into her rigorous rehearsals and postpartum struggles. People praised how she snuck in songs from multiple eras, Destiny's Child, Jay-Z collabs, her own hits, and made it a full-blown cultural statement. The extravaganza soared beyond typical festival sets, landing as a pop culture staple. It hammered home that Beyoncé's not just an entertainer. She's orchestrating historic events where every detail has symbolic weight. It was basically a concert that doubled as a statement of Black excellence, female empowerment, and plain old showmanship. She's possibly the most private superstar, even with all that public attention. It's wild to think that Beyoncé, despite being a megastar with paparazzi lurking at every corner, keeps her personal life more under wraps than almost any other celeb. She seldom does interviews. She rarely addresses rumors directly. She drops entire albums, like Lemonade, that hint at personal drama, but never spells out the specifics. The same hush-hush pattern applied to her pregnancies. She famously unveiled her first baby bump on the 2011 VMAs stage, leaving fans flipping out, but refused to provide a public timeline of due dates or baby details. For the twins, Rumi and Sir, she teased them in a breathtaking Instagram photo shoot, but gave minimal postpartum updates. That's a far cry from many stars who share daily baby snaps. Beyoncé even married Jay-Z in 2008 without fanfare. No big lavish public ceremony, no official wedding photos. So while her entire existence enthralls the world, she stays in control of how much we know. She kept on winning, and even when everyone thought she should have lost. One repeated narrative in Beyoncé's career is that she can't lose, even in situations where people see potential pitfalls. Her shift into country might have looked risky, yet she snagged that 2025 Grammy for Best Country Album. Remember the eyebrow-raising Beyoncé album drop in 2013 with zero promotion? That soared. The Lemonade special on HBO, a cultural phenomenon. Not to mention Homecoming at Coachella, which turned a standard festival gig into a whole different thing. She's also won some scandals around her personal life. The elevator fiasco, rumors of trouble with Jay-Z, and grumblings about her evolving style. Every time she emerges more revered than before. Like each crisis only polishes her star power. Fans see it as her unstoppable resilience. Skeptics say it's a PR machine. Either way, you can't deny the numbers. Record-breaking tours, chart-smashing albums, and those endless lines at the merchandise counters. She's found ways to expand her empire, from Ivy Park to philanthropic ventures. So whenever the public predicts a Bey downfall, guess what? She flips the script and rides a new wave of success. What do you guys think of my list? Let me know in the comments, and I hope you have a great day.